Guys, hello, Westlife. Thank you very much for coming in to see us.
Hello.
Very good to be here.
Lovely to see you boys to talk about your upcoming tour.
That's right.
Which is going to be huge.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, I always heard that you guys thought it might be over, like, you know, after about sort of 5 years, maybe we'll turn it in.
Yeah.
But you're still going strong.
Yeah, well, I suppose, you know, you presume being a boy band, starting off in your career that, you know, before we started Westlife, you know, you had Take That before us, you had Boyzone, New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and everybody seemed to, like, have the 5-year typical
I thought you were going to say New Kids on the Backstreet Boys.
New Kids on the Backstreet Boys.
Which would have been starting a rumour.
So I suppose we just assumed that we
I heard
would
that.
fall into that category of, you know, 3 albums of greatest hits and see you later. And we almost did, obviously, with Brian leaving and stuff like that, but the 4 of us decided to continue it on and keep it going strong and keep it together. We're now on our 10th album and our 10th tour.
Yeah.
So it's been absolutely amazing. But, you know, as you said earlier on, we're here now and we're about to go on tour in the start of May, and it's very, very exciting.
Do you all go on the same tour bus?
We used to, but families are kind of expanding and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, the last time it was pretty much like kind of Shane and Nikki on one and me and Keane on the other, and it was like more kind of like the kids on one bus and stuff like that, and the toys and the prams and everything like that.
Yeah.
And
The
then the other one
A-team
had
and
all
the B-team.
the other one had like the dogs and stuff on it. Me and
Who
Keane
has
had-
the most fun?
Me and Keane have no
The
kids but dogs.
So you've got kids on one, dogs on the other.
But I'd say up until about 8 o'clock in the evening, the kids' bus is more fun, and then
Yeah.
at the night time,
We did get on
other
the
one
boys.
is-
So is it fun taking your families? Congratulations, Shane. I know you've just had another little baby.
Yeah.
So you've got
Thank you.
3 now. So that's
Yeah, that's
a
right,
big
yeah.
old family going on there.
It's great, you know. It's great bringing them on tour. It's nice to see them obviously on stage. Like Nicole now is 5 and stuff, you know, nearly 5. She's 4.5, so she's really understanding now what I do, you know. And getting her to come to the tour now and watching us on stage is pretty cool, you know. She was watching us on TV there this morning. My wife sent me a video phone, you know, of the 2 of them sitting there watching me on telly. And
Oh.
it's kind of cool to see that now, you know. And obviously the 3rd baby now, Shane, he's only 8 weeks old, but it's just, you know, it's amazing. It makes it all
You know,
more
Nicole,
worthwhile.
Shane's daughter, as he said, she's nearly 5. She texted me yesterday, texted him to
Yeah.
give it to me. He said, Daddy, can you ask Nicky, will he sponsor me for my pyjama day? And she sent a picture of her with a sponsorship card.
How cute is
I
that?
said no, so...
Yeah.
So are you two like the uncles that just come along
Yeah,
and
yeah.
buy loads of presents?
You know, I think, well, because we had a year off last year, I think Rocco and Jay, Nicky's 2 little fellas, haven't really kind of, we haven't spent an awful lot of time around them, but I'm Donald Duck to them. I'm not Keane. I'm just Donald Duck.
Why
you
is
know.
that?
Well, because I do a Donald Duck
Oh,
impression.
okay. You're
gonna have to do it now,
Every
Keane.
time they see me, all they want me to do is Donald Duck. So I'm not Donald.
Do it,
I'm not
do it,
Keane,
do
I'm
it.
Donald
Do
Duck.
it, go on. Brilliant.
So-
No wonder they just want you to be
If
Donald
I could
Duck.
do that, my kids would never cry.
You know, I mean, I suppose sometimes you see people getting engaged and the wedding is like 5 minutes later, but I
Yeah.
think it's genuinely just this is a step, and you know, there's no plans for an actual wedding day. You know, of course you start thinking and you start planning, you start talking and brainstorming and stuff, but there's no date or anything like that. You know, it's just kind of one step at a time. We're still enjoying. It kind of feels like I've done nothing but drink champagne since we got engaged.
Brilliant, isn't it?
I bought you a bottle.
Will you guys sing? Will you sing at the wedding, do you think? Or
We're going to do a song called Talk Me Down.
It's often you.
No, it's we're looking forward to it. A good day out,
Yeah.
good knees up, because us 3 have been married, so it's Mark's turn now. It should be good fun.
I can't wait for the wedding present more than anything. Thanks, lads.
have you started planning what
I haven't
you're gonna
got
get?
mine yet, lads.
You haven't picked yours yet. We actually let each other pick because you know we kind of do go
boys
full out
get
with the
ripped
wedding
off,
presents.
or the
So
other
we kind
halves
of
get
let
ripped
the, you know, I mean, like, there's no point in spending whatever amount of £1,000
Yeah.
on something that someone
10.
might never use. But it's also kind of increased over the years. Like at the start of the band when we hadn't made much money.
I got a watch for
Yeah, Nicky got a watch. We're like, now I'm like, we're well established. That's why I left it to last.
You're like, I'm going to renew my vows
Yeah,
now.
exactly, yeah.
Totally.
Nobody's ever been bought a car. So I'm kind of maybe, you know, never know.
Forget
Fingers
about
crossed.
it.
What about, now you guys know Simon Cowell quite well. Are you surprised that he's settling down, going to get married?
He's probably just got to a point in his life where he wants that
love, obviously.
stability. You know, yeah, I think he's found love. I think that's
I think as
the real
like
part.
for anybody, whether you know him or not, I think for someone like him to look like he's actually found a genuine, real best friend and partner and relationship in life, then I think it's actually it shows a very soft side of him, and it's like he needed it almost. You know, I think it's good to see
doesn't
him
need any
in
more
that
money,
happy
that's for
place
sure.
because he's always about the business and the success and the figures and the houses and, you know, the big TV shows or whatever. So it's nice to see somebody have a bit of reality.
Now, that would be
you
a good
sing? I was going to say,
wedding to sing at, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'm sure that might happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
What do you
well, we
think?
sang at his
For us,
50th.
we will be, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you sang at his 50th.
We sang at his 50th birthday party, so I suppose it depends on what he does. If he throws a big bash, but then, you know, I think we could sing at it either way. That'd
Yeah.
be my hunch. Because,
I
you know,
think
he'd
it
be the
might
type
be.
of man that would want us to like, just be in the corner singing Flying Without Wings to, like, a 3-piece orchestra or something like that. Or, you know what I mean? Because he just loves music in that
Yeah.
way, so.
Obviously, you guys are always compared to other boy bands. Take That still going strong, and it looks like that they might be welcoming Robbie back into the fold.
I heard that wasn't true.
Well, I think he's been recording with them.
Well, I've heard
that was-
I've heard a few rumours like that too myself.
But I heard
I
that.
heard he was writing with them and stuff, but who knows? It'd be great to see them back together.
It's
It'd be-
inevitable. It's going to happen.
It'd be the first concert I would go to if that happened.
We-
I'd be there front row.
Well, you know, the next question is going to
Is-
be, will you ever welcome Brian back?
I'd love
Do
to
you
have
think-
Robbie back.
I'd
It'd be
love to
brilliant.
have Robbie there, man. It'd be great.
Do you think Brian would ever come
We
back?
always get asked that question. Our new answer is we'll have Robbie
Have Robbie
in
instead.
the West Side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you're doing-
it's only a joke. I mean, to be honest with you, we get asked it so much that's why we can be a bit
Yeah. No,
kind
I
of
know.
blasé about it or whatever. But it's just one of those things that isn't in
Going
the
to
pipeline.
happen.
You know?
There we go.
Okay, well, Keane finished that just the way
Keane's
I was going to
finished
finish
That's
it.
it.
I have quite a strong opinion about it. Brian left Westlife, so why would we take him back?
Yeah, no, that's
But this is
absolutely
all.
fair
This is
enough.
all. I mean, Brian doesn't want to be back in Westlife either, so you know, it's all hypothetical.
Yeah,
Never
so
say never.
You should never say never. Listen, boys, I'm going to have to say goodbye, but
No,
thank
no,
you
no,
so
no.
much for coming
After
in.
coming all the way from Ireland, and you're saying goodbye already.
Well, you know.
Nah, we're only playing.
So thank you so much
Thanks.
for
You're very
coming in
welcome.
and enjoy the tour, and we'll look forward to seeing you again.
Cheers.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.